All right. I hope you guys are freaking excited because I am excited because this is the fun part of the course. This is Amazon FBA product research. This is where the magic happens. This is where the money is made. So we are going to be focusing on viral launch for much of this course because it is the best software available now, right? Originally it was Jungle Scout and now viral launch has just really been exploding and expanding, and their team is very passionate and they're just doing very big things. The CEO is one of my good friends and so he's provided us with such amazing support and such priority for all of my students in such an incredible way. And so the main tools that we are going to be using for Amazon FBA product research are going to be called market intelligence and product discovery, right? We see that for $59 a month, you can get product discovery. If you pay monthly, annually, you can get market intelligence, sales estimates in the Chrome extension, and product discovery. You can get this all for $49 a month if you pay annually, or you can get it for $59 a month if you pay monthly, right? And so for our purposes, guys, all we need are these first two, right? Viral Launch is incredibly good at product research. For keyword research and all of this, we are going to save you guys some money, and we are going to recommend another tool when we get to it. But for most of the stuff that we're going to be doing for the entire course, right, as far as product research, photos, a lot of different things, Viral Launch provides the best service, and they give us incredible discounts, guys. These are the public-facing prices. The prices that you are going to get right down here for market intelligence and for product discovery are the cheapest prices anywhere available anywhere. None of the other YouTubers, none of the other influencers, no one else on earth has the prices that you guys have available to you for these products. So the main things we're going to be concerned with are market intelligence and product discovery. As you can see, you get all of that for the intermediate pricing, or if you want the category search, which is helpful as well, you can pay for the $79 a month option. But for most of us, right, what's going to be the best kind of deal is either intermediate or advanced, right? So one of these two. I generally recommend people who are serious about this to just go ahead and grab the advanced option, which will, of course, there will be links to market intelligence and product discovery at the absolute cheapest prices right below this video. So let's jump into it. So this video is going to be kind of an introduction to what viral launch looks like, and how to reframe your mind. And when I mean reframe your mindset, I mean going throughout your day, everything that I see and everything that I interact with, I think about Amazon FBA, and maybe that's unhealthy, but it's helped me become very successful selling on Amazon FBA. Like, for example, I'll go to like a Mexican restaurant and I'll see that like little rubber mat that like they have in the kitchen that people stand on that food falls in, right? Like a restaurant non-slip mat. Or I'll see like a little menu holder, like an acrylic menu holder, and I'll think to myself, could I sell that on Amazon? And you just take notes in my phone all throughout the day, and then I come back and I check on these products via Viral Launch to see if the landscape is competitive, right? We're going to look at how many monthly searches are they getting? How many reviews do they have? How many people are trying to sell this product? Is there room for improvement on this product, right? What are the negative reviews saying? Could I improve the quality of the product? Could I add something to it to bundle? And don't worry, we're going to talk about all of this much more in depth as we move throughout this module, but it's just important to kind of get your mindset in a place where you're thinking about Amazon FBA, throughout your day-to-day life, because sometimes the best ideas will just come to you, right? So this is product discovery, guys. We can see right here that if we go to search, there's a couple of options up here. There's the normal product discovery, right? And what this means is you put in the categories you want to see. You put in, okay, I want to see products that have a minimum of $10,000 a month revenue, that have a minimum price of $15, that have a minimum review count, or excuse me, a maximum review count of maybe like 50 or 100 reviews or whatever the case may be. And then you press show products and it shows you, right? Keyword, actually you can choose the category. Similarly, you can choose the the maximum review count you want to see, the minimum average monthly revenue of all the products you want them to show you. And then instead of showing you actual exact products, they show you keywords, right? And this is one of my favorite ways to use Viral Launch. And we're going to talk about all of this much more in depth. This video is literally just meant to introduce you to like all that's available to you and all of the advanced filters. This is really where, you know, you can kind of differentiate yourself from everyone else searching and really find the true diamond in the rough product. So we're going to focus on, you know, how I use these a lot in a little bit. And then brand. So brand shows you actual brands that sell on Amazon. Obviously, like Nike is a brand they're not a brand that we'd ever want to compete with, but it's just an example of a brand. It shows like little companies that sell tea, or, you know, people that sell supplements, or whatever the case may be. And you can jump very in depth on those brands and look at, you know, their sales history, if they're improving or going down, or what's kind of going on, and gives you a lot of ideas about what you could potentially you know, if you could potentially compete or create a product similar to what that brand is selling. And then category obviously shows you, you know, in-depth categories, and you can take a look at things related to the categories themselves. So this is product discovery. This is a web app, right? You use it in a, you know, by itself in a website right here. Market intelligence is actually a Chrome extension. So for example, if we come into Amazon and search garlic press, we would search this little, we'd press this little button after we install the market intelligence Chrome extension, right? And it would show us all of the top sellers on page 1, right? So it's showing us Alpha Grillers is on page 1. They're doing about $22,000 a month, selling at $9.97, which means they have 2,255 sales every single month. We can see how many reviews they have, their review rate, right? Their review rating, like what their average reviews are. A lot of different stuff we can really see here. We can even see net profit estimates, but these are very, very inaccurate in all software, right? Viral Launch does a good job of this, but you can never rely on net profit, because it's impossible for them to calculate that, for anyone to calculate that, because they don't know how much your cost of goods sold are. They don't know how much you're paying for shipping. So it's a good baseline, very, very general idea, but you need to do the calculation yourself. And we'll teach you how to do that in a little bit using a tool called the Amazon FBA fee calculator. So this is the Market Intelligence Chrome extension, right? It's incredibly necessary to have both the product discovery and the market intelligence, right? The web app and the Chrome extension, because we're going to be using them all the time, right? So check out the links in the description. If you want to go monthly, do monthly, right? If you want to go annual, do annual, but we're going to need it. It's one of the most important parts of the entire process regarding Amazon FBA, and we're going to be using it in all the rest of the videos throughout the entire course, and we're going to show you some really, really cool tricks how you can find, you know, products doing $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, or even, you know, $30,000 or more every single month, and how you can actually enter that market and make a bunch of profit, right? So the last thing that we're going to talk about is what I like to call the iTrack 999 cart method. And this is something that I actually created a long time ago, the iTrack method. When I first started on Amazon FBA, I didn't even know people didn't know this. Like, I thought that everyone was doing this, but no one was doing it. And then it became super popular, and now everybody kind of does this thing where they set a max order quantity, which I'll talk about in a second. So if we go to my cart here, we have a product, right, similar to one of the ones we sell. So what we're going to do is we want to know how many units they have today, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go 10 plus here, and we're going to search 999. And what we see is we get this error that says this seller only has 623 of these available, right? And so if we did this same thing tomorrow, right, it might say this seller only has 600 of these available, meaning that it sold 23 units in one day. Right? This is the only true source of data still to be able to know exactly how much people sell in one day, right? And so because this became so popular when we introduced it, you know, over a year ago, now what people do is a lot of times people will set what's called a max order quantity. And a max order quantity will say this seller has a limit of 20 per customer, so that you can't see this, right? And so people got smarter when I introduced that. And so now often you'll see people that have 20 unit limits or 5 unit limits per customer, so we can't see this data, right? And there is ways around this by you know, checking out multiple sources of data, looking at Google Trends, looking at camel sales history, looking at a lot of different kind of sources of data. You can still make very intelligent due diligence decisions about products to actually sell without having access to this data, right? But this is the truest source of data. I always, if I can, like to at least, you know, record 3 to 5 days of iTrack 999 cart trick method, right, in a spreadsheet. So I would come in here and I would write, you know, on day 1, there was 623. Day 2, there was 600. Day 3, there was 550. Day 500, and maybe 475. And then I would take every day that they sold, like 23 units, 50 units, I would average that, and then I'd be able to very, very realistically say, okay, this person is selling 25 units a day or whatever it is, right? And once you know that, then you feel very safe about being able to invest in a product because you know that this person is selling 25 a day. And you can even do the iTrack 999 cart check method on multiple people on page 1, and then you can get a super, super good idea of what's actually going on, right? So the other way that you can do this, guys, is if you come in here, and this is less accurate, but it's the most accurate way to do this quickly, right? The iTrack 999 cart trick method takes a long time. It is accurate. It's very accurate, but there's a better way to do it quicker, but it's not always accurate. And these are the 2 best ways to do it, guys. So in the Chrome extension, we can come over to market trends, right? And what we see is estimated sales trends, and we can see actually how many units are selling on these days, right? We can see the average price trend, we can see the average review trend, and we can see the annual sales, right? 91% year over year. So it's improving. Best selling period is April, right? And then if you want to see the numbers just for one individual listing, right, you can click on any of these and then just load the Chrome extension on this one specific listing. And then instead of showing you kind of the overall landscape of all of the products, it'll show you just the one that you clicked on, right? And it'll show you monthly later. Do 39.44 divided by 30 days in a month. It's selling about 131 units a day. But again, that is an estimate. The real true way to do it is by using the iTrack 999 cart trick method, right? And the reason that is true is because oftentimes people can set max order quantities, or maybe they only have 1 unit left. And it's impossible for any single piece of software to be able to track that as accurately as doing it one at a time with the iTrack 999. But this is the best way to estimate significantly faster. And there's other ways to actually kind of also look at this, right? So for example, if this is getting 120 sales a day, what we can do is look at the BSR chart. And what the BSR chart means is the BSR, which we'll explain in a little bit later on in this module, is the best seller ranking. And so you want a BSR as low as possible. If you have a 1 BSR, that means you literally are the best selling ranking product in that particular category and subcategory. So if you had a 1, that's incredible. And remember, there's multiple millions of products on Amazon. And so we can see this product recently has had a 3-digit BSR, which is incredible in such a competitive category as home and kitchen and things like that. And if we see that it goes all the way up to 8,000 here, but you can see a BSR like literally in like the hundreds of thousands or even millions of in really competitive categories. But if you have a BSR under 10,000 in a competitive category, then especially if it's sustained, right? We see that this is all the way sustained back until July. It means that this person's selling a ton of units every single day, right? So that gives us a lot more comfort than just like the sales numbers, or just if we aren't able to actually do the iTrack 999 cart trick method on a particular product, we can look at the BSR, the best seller rank, and we want to see a history of low numbers. And we can also look at the estimated sales right here to give us a lot more kind of give us more of a complete picture. And we're going to talk about better ways to feel even more comfortable, because I want to kind of operate under the assumption that you aren't going to be able to use the iTrack 999 cart trick method always. And I want to show you guys how to do your due diligence and how to feel very comfortable investing in a product, even if you can't see it, right? If you can see it, then that's great. Do the iTrack 999 cart trick method on the top 5 products in organically ranking for your highest volume keyword, which we're going to explain in what I like to call the 5 steps of product research a little bit later on in this module, right? If you can do the iTrack, great. If you can't, then I'm going to show you exactly how to feel the most comfortable possible with all of the other data that's available to you, so that you can make the right decision. Because no matter what any other YouTubers, no matter what any other gurus say, I don't care. If you pick the right product, you can do pretty much everything else wrong and still make a profit. And so that's why this module is going to be the biggest. That's why this module is going to be the most in-depth. And that's why this module, right, you should be putting away your phone, turn off Facebook, right? Stop sliding into the DMs and take notes on this, because everything that we teach in this particular module is going to make or break most of the people who are going to be investing in Amazon FBA. It's the most important part of the entire process, choosing a product, which is why we're going to go into the most depth. So I hope you enjoyed this video, introduction to market intelligence and product discovery, right? The two best pieces of software on Amazon for product research. And of course, down below in the description, you have two amazing discounts for these two pieces of software that you should absolutely take advantage of. Hope you enjoy this one, guys, and we'll see you on the next.